Hello, this is Shira, and today we are looking at March of 2021. So it will be a very interesting month this month. Yes, indeed. We have a beautiful stellium in Pisces this month, and starting off the 1st of March, we have the elevated Venus in Pisces with the Sun and Neptune. Okay, so that is a very dreamy, romantic, and soft aspect this month, especially considering we have a elevated Venus in Pisces with the Sun, and to soften further that aspect, we have Neptune in Pisces. Now, what does Pisces rule in astrology? Pisces is about medicine. It's also about medical procedures. And Pisces rules higher philosophy, beliefs, spirituality, and you could say Pisces is very romantic, very idealistic, but in a different fashion than Aquarius. Pisces is one who is unconditional in their beliefs about everyone. And they generally have a tendency to see events and people through rose-colored glasses. So this month we can say, number one, especially with the elevated Venus in Pisces this month with the Sun and Neptune, we could say that this month, especially early on, we will be focusing on healing, which is also a Pisces trait, healing and medicine, and especially with much connected with COVID and healing. We can say that throughout pretty much the month of March, at least until mid-month, our focus will be on that is about healing medically, psychologically, and much will be discussed about going back to normal. And the one great thing about this Pisces connection is positivity, and which is really beautiful about this Pisces connection is compassion. You will hear a lot of stories about individuals that are sharing and compassionate, and there's going to be much in the way of hope and healing at this particular time. There may be some additional cures for medical diseases or conditions of any type this month, especially with Venus in her most elevated in Pisces. So there may be something that comes about that is very transformative, and it will help us to function in society greater with our health needs. However, Pisces is opposite on the axis with the sign in Virgo. Now, there is not anything this month connected with the sign of Virgo. However, it is the 6th, 12th house axis. So there will be a lot of criticism about cleanliness and doing our best to keep healthy, and that includes our personal hygiene and medical conditions. There may be an accent in March connected with hospitals, nursing homes, and facilities and such. We're talking Pisces here. There's also going to be a connection with doctors, physicians, the medical field, healing, and especially with Neptune involved here in her own sign at 20 degrees. So March is all about the Pisces theme of healing, doctors, medical, keeping clean, and some kind of criticisms about that. That can also go to the other extreme about public places and cleanliness, and certain criticisms about being watchful for sanitation and so on and so forth. Now, on the other end of the view here is Pisces, and what does it rule? It rules besides hospitals and compassion and healing, which is beautiful. It also rules the oceans, and that can be oil. And so there may be a discussion about cleaning up the oceans or cleaning up waterways. Pisces also rules minerals. This cannot just be connected with oil, but it can be connected with gold and silver. So the price of gold and silver this month may decrease, especially connected with the new moon on the 13th of March. And let's look at this chart for a minute here. Okay, so yes, we have the moon involved, so that should be some really good news that we might be getting connected with the price of silver, gold, minerals. It would be a great time for all you that do some sort of investing to regard the date on the new moon or around that date of March 13th, because there will be good news as far as investments, but especially regarding silver, gold, minerals, possibly even oil, and anything connected with water or the oceans. So let's go back to the March 2021 chart. Okay, so Pisces is highlighted this month, and all things connected with Pisces energy. Okay, now we still have Jupiter, and then this month, now finally direct, we have Mercury in Aquarius, and Saturn is still trugging along here in Aquarius as well at 8 degrees. Not really a conjunction anymore. It's within 8 degrees of Jupiter. But certainly Jupiter and Mercury are conjunct this month, and Saturn is nonetheless still in Aquarius. So there is a lot of energy yet connected with Uranus, which is, of course, the depositor. Mars is moving along here into Gemini in the first opening days of March. So Mars is no longer going to be connected with the unexpected and Uranus. Okay, so what does that mean? Now, Aquarius, again, is that of technological advancement, intellectual thought. And when you put that together with Pisces, there may be some kind of an invention connected with healthcare or our health and healing and well-being, somehow medically, that will make our lives better. It's hard to say exactly what that will be, but with such an accent on health and healing in a positive light this month, I'm apt to believe that there is going to be some kind of cure, invention, what have you, similar, that is noticed as far as the healthcare profession. And that also includes while Saturn and now this month Mercury direct, Mercury and Jupiter are still hovering around the sign of Aquarius, that there is going to be some type of advancements, not just technologically and connected with space travel, but also with computers and anything scientific or intellectual thought. The depositor is in Taurus still, and if we want to go further than that, the depositor comes back of Uranus to elevated Venus in Pisces. And so we have, by a depositor with Uranus, we have Uranus with Taurus. Its depositor is an elevated Venus, and as we know, that is with the Sun and Neptune. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, we have a beautiful and blessed Uranus at 7 degrees Taurus in the first opening weeks of March. Venus elevated at 4 degrees on the 1st with Pisces, and of course the Sun and Neptune in Pisces. So that, I guess you could say, only accentuates this positive movement regarding healing. And also there may be on the other end of the scale, because of that 6th, 12th house axis, a connection with diet, vitamins, especially minerals, this Pisces theme ruling minerals as well, and taking care of ourselves. And I've mentioned this before, and again, this is going to be even greater a theme in a positive light in March, but we're talking about the depositors of Aquarius as Uranus, and its depositor most elevated in Pisces, Venus in Pisces, and that's earth and water. So the opening week or 2 weeks of March, we are going to be focused on cleaning up the earth. A lot of talk about environment, and again, that may be connected with water, because Pisces rules water. It also rules minerals, also rules oil. Could that be connected with some kind of a natural disaster, especially connected with water or oil, minerals? Yes, it could. But the accent this month in March is more positive than negative, especially with the Pisces accent, elevated Venus, the depositor of Uranus, and Uranus as the depositor of Aquarius. So a lot of people are going to feel like they have freedom of movement this month. They can kind of get out and breathe, and we're going to hear a lot of positive news regarding health conditions, again, possibly some kind of cure or cures. However, the criticism is going to be towards diet, exercise, cleanliness, sanitation. So there may be an issue with public places, restaurants, and the like with sanitation, and that will receive criticism this month. But Pisces, especially Neptune, is in her highest, because Pisces is ruled by Neptune as well as Venus, and the Sun only adds to our sense of healing and compassion. And there's going to be a lot of discussion about individuals that are less fortunate and helping those with unfortunate circumstances, whether it be those that are low income, disabilities, have some health issues. It's a very loving, gentle nature that is accentuated this month in March. We do have the South Node in Sagittarius, North Node in Gemini, and that makes a very wide T-square to Neptune and the Sun as well, especially in the early opening week or two. So we will have to be very careful that we don't have a kind of romantic Pollyanna, I guess you could say, outlook. We've got to be very realistic, especially Sagittarius is very positive, very dynamic. And the North Node in Gemini is one for communication. So there may be some kind of communication mix-ups, especially with deceptive, however beneficial Neptune involved with this multiple sign T-square. So we have to make sure that this month in all matters that we are very grounded and very clear in our communication, because there could be in all this beauty of Pisces some kind of serious communication mix-ups, and because we are talking to T-square, especially with the multiple T-square of Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini, all of who are, especially being multiple signs, are communicators. And so there may be, because each of these signs, especially accent with Pisces and Sagittarius, are connected with beliefs, whether it's spiritual, whether it's personal beliefs, any kind of beliefs, strong opinions. We will have to be careful this month because of this T-square in multiple signs, of getting into baseless arguments regarding our beliefs, spirituality, whatever those philosophies may be, whether it's political, whether it's spiritual, whether it's philosophical. We will have to be very careful of making sure that we keep the peace with regards to negotiating and kind of being considerate to other people and their outlooks and so on and so forth. But this will be a bit of an issue, and making sure that our communication, especially connected with the square with the North Node in Gemini with Pisces, we will have to make sure that our communication is very clear, and that there's not a lot of deception, a lot of he said, she said, and oh, this person said this and that person said that, and then they changed their mind. So you're going to hear a lot about this, undiscovered information that also comes about, because Pisces, of course, rules hidden information. It's the 12th house ruler. So there could be some interesting information that comes about now that may create some kind of a tense atmosphere, and because of this T-square, a tense atmosphere regarding communications or information that comes about now that was previously unknown regarding communications. It may be of individuals that are well known. It could be of especially this Pisces theme going on. It could be something regarding healthcare, or that which is involved with healthcare, or it's some kind of deceptive information, not necessarily unknown, but we may feel like, okay, this person over here is saying this, and this person over here is saying that, so we're not really sure who to believe. It'll be kind of that atmosphere, because Neptune kind of creates a confusing and somewhat uncertain atmosphere with communication this month, kind of like a smoke screen that we have to see through what we believe is the truth about what we're being told and what the truth is, which whatever comes out this month may not be known until the sun goes into the sign of Aries. Okay, so this month, all in all, will be rather positive, especially as of late, some of the tense atmosphere that we have all experienced. And one good thing here as well, notably, is the trine between Mars in the opening days of March, the trine between Pluto and Mars. And then, of course, once Mars heads into the early degrees of Gemini, it would be an out of sign trine. So that is really going to be good for money and investments because they are both in Earth signs, Taurus, Mars, and Pluto in Capricorn. Now, Pluto rules government and it rules authorities, and Taurus rules, you could say, real estate, the earth, creature comforts. So there may be some good news connected with authorities, government, Pluto, and that is connected with the earth or the environment, laws that are passed, etc. So again, we need to watch out for communication and being clear with our communication and information that may seem a little bit confusing or uncertain this month with that T-square, multiple T-square. However, this is a wonderful positive month in March because of the highly compassionate, healing nature of Pisces. And generally, for the most part this month, that will be our focus. And so if we can focus on the positive this month in March and our compassion for each other and helping each other, all the themes of Pisces, we will find that we will have overall a very good month. If you'd like to get in touch with me, my contact information is down below. I give one-on-one readings and written reports. Please subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification. Until next time, many, many blessings.